Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first, and I have a pretty average rack. No bingos here. Wondering if I have a 5 or a 6 letter word with a B or C. And then I'm also looking at maybe just cob as a shorter word. Keep the board tight, T-E-N-T. Or maybe bonds. Bonds scores quite well. Double T, not a train smash. Okay, I've drawn the Y as well, so a little further from a bingo now. Gouty for a 5-letter word would leave TE, which is a nice 2-letter set. The rest of the rack not particularly worth hanging on to. Butty is also good. Bogey. I'd like to get rid of the U though, so just look at Butty. 20. Gouty. Okay, opponents played Liu, and that gives me a good spot for Gouty for 29. That's a nice looking set of tiles. Alexine is good. I don't know about Alexite. I don't think it is, but looking at EX words, and ATE ending words, exhilarate, not quite. Now I've got EX here for a decent score. Maybe even Lex, but just have to convince myself that there's Ulexite. Is that Ulex? No, it doesn't fit. So I do have XI here for 27, which doesn't give back a whole lot to opponent, but EX, I just feel that there might be a bingo here. What about just EX for 39? I like this. I'm going with X. Not a bad pickup. Faultier through a U. This looks very close to a bingo. Opponent does bingo, so he takes the lead. Fell reflight. Am I missing a 7? I'm not seeing one. What am I missing here? seeing it. What about flyer? Flyer 27. I guess I have flight here, but it just gives back easy scoring spots. $33, an extra 6 points. No, I'm going with flyer. I draw the first blank. Aroints is good. That doesn't currently play. What about the F? Front way? No. Pity opponent's taken out the L, because I'm almost certain there would have been a bingo through the L. But just got to now focus on the F. For 4 words. Wow, just not seeing something there. Now I do have OY, or how many T's to come? I could play toy. Notary. What about, it would have to be TS. Oh yes, it does work. Roints, almost missed that. Okay, so it helps to look around the board. I do have chi and maybe get rid of one of the S's. The second S is just neutral as far as equity scores go. So that's one way of getting rid of the Q and balancing the rack a bit. Let's see what that would look like. Mind you, if I've got the last 2 S's, so I might hang on to both of them. If there were more in the bag, I might be inclined to dump one. Opponent has taken my spot, and I don't have an I for caddy, which is a shame. Now, opponent hasn't taken the hot spot. I thought he might. Amox. Yeah, that scores well. 42. Now I have fakirs on the rack. No front hooks for vag. QI plays quite nicely under the L of Liu, as does it play forming caddy at 3C down. A decent rack leave. I have a hot spot to consider here under Amox, so a play of what would it look like? Frati, if I had no, OT is no good. Anyway, that would be a monster score if I could get something there. Maybe opponent's taken that out. Now, what did we look at here? It was QI or caddy. I don't mind QI. 33. It's a good score. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Fairies doesn't currently play, but opponent might create an opening. Fairies, maybe the O helps. No, unlikely. This F probably not of much use in that position. Just looking at ways of playing under the Q. Getting rid of FI would be a good move. This rack leave, not a particularly bingo friendly board, so I'd be better advised to, I was actually looking at that spot myself, FIE. Can I extend she down to the trip? She-fear? She-fear, that could be good. She-fear, yeah, 45. So a pretty good rack here. Is there a bingo? Paisani? No, not quite. See. Sapient. Spine. Epi. I have the epi prefix. Definitely looks very, very close to a bingo. Might be missing one here. Pay sign, no. Opponent plays drug. Any good spots for the P? I suppose I have pines here for 28. Decent score, but I'm almost inclined to hang on to the rack and just play off the P and the E. Where would I play something like PE? Maybe pi. 21. Still holds out the hope of bingoing. I just find pines, even though it does score well, maybe there's a 6-letter play making nugs. Pines, no. Spine. feel like I'm missing something. Anyway, I'm going to go with pi. Keep the board tight. Hernials through an I. Is there a bingo here? I have the half component of a word. Unhear. Can you unhear a person's words? You can unsee something, or you can't unsee. They talk about not being able to unsee what you've... So maybe it's hard to unhear the words that were spoken. It's a good score anyway. But is there a bingo? I'm looking at these 7 tiles and thinking, yes, there is, but I'm not seeing it. Now chi takes an N, so a word following the pattern B-I-N or B-I-S. I have the hen component of a word. Oh, what a time to have a bingo rack and not spot the bingo. With such an opening, almost every tile I have plays underneath. Now, I'm not seeing it, but am I inclined to block it though? A play like... Well, I won't block it, but Hailer, that would make it tricky, I guess, to play underneath, because only the E plays under the R. Hailer, 24. Okay, let's see what opponent does here. And do I have a bingo? There'd be countless 8s through the right floater. Intrados through an A. Okay, opponent keeps... He just gets rid of OU. But... looking at a dino, can't quite reach the double. Dinitro. No, that doesn't take an S. Maybe just play off OD. Maybe just OD. I can't seem to play under the Q. Tyrido, Nido, Nidos. I'm going with OD for 17. Now that's a rack. If I don't bingo now, there's something wrong. So Ansia and Retsina, Ansia, Starny, Ratines, Retains, Stainer, Retains, that's what I need. Retains there for 78. Wow, I draw the other blank. That's a stroke of luck. Captivate, pectate. Where's that? Am I making that up? Pectate. Overtakes an S. So does Oho. Pectate, is that right? Doesn't play anyway. ANT words. No, doesn't look promising. What about a QU? No, I'd need an O there. Capart, no. I have pectin, but it feels weak. Pectinat. Opponent's pretty close to a bingo himself there. Meal, okay. I've got apt. What about peck or jeps? Jeps, yeah. Oh, I've given him tone and mice. I didn't think of that. That was a bit silly. Anyway, I was just looking for the highest score. Yeah, he goes with tone and mice. Thank my opponent for the game. And let's see what we missed. Wow, pretty good run of tiles at the end there. Opening rack, Optect. Bonds was 24, Optec 26, not much in it. Liu for 13, opponent plays with a good rack leave, top score, equity score. Gouty for 29, that looks fine. And then Windy for 20, or Winds for 23. Where was winds? 11B. Making nugs as well. And then no bingo here. X was best for 39. Dispars, that's one I often miss actually. Dispars for 80. Opponent finds it. Nice. And then filtre for 36 was best through the R, making ew. Filtre, very nice. Although I didn't want to break the rack up because it looked pretty promising. So I went for, I did break the rack up actually. Yeah, flyer for 27. Now opponent's got scoring potential, but no real balance. He does well though. 37 from that rack. And then Aroynes comes down for 83, but Bayfront, nice. I think I did consider front or the component of the word, but anyway, that was 83, and then opponent still got these two V's. Vivda was best for 24 at C2. Okay, playing through the D. That would have got rid of a few clunky consonants. And then Amox was best for 42 from this rack. Opponent has the U and the V still there, but the rack's starting to improve. AH, 27. And Chi for 33 was my play. Gov for 18, getting rid of the G, U and V. Perfect rack leave from the set of 7. He goes with Vi. Now Shefia for 45 was best. And Grood, Gov, Drug for 21. Opponent goes with, getting rid of the U. Now, no bingo here. I took a while on this rack because it just felt close. And I know there's a lot of words like paisano and paisani and vowel-heavy words with a P, S, and N. So that's why I tried to rack my brains for one of those. I think there are 3 versions from memory. Pi seems best for 21. And then unwet, quote, yeah, but not a great rack leave. Unwet would have been slightly better. He goes with our to open. Binal from the BI. I did actually consider that mentally in my mind, but I then thought about how to block this lane as best I could, because I noticed there was a blank unseen and a fair few bingo-y tiles remaining. So I just tried to limit what opponent could do there. Quota, quote, quail, quant, quena, no bingo. And then Nidor, there was a 6... oh no, where was Nidor? 13C. Oh, that's underneath, making O. Nice score. Nidor. And if opponent bingoed under that, then he would have been giving back a triple word score to me. So I quite like Nidor. Look at the rack leave. Pretty strong. ST. And 32 would have put me out of reach pretty much, yeah, at that stage, because opponent can only bingo once in terms of the remaining tiles. So yeah, Nidor is a great play. Bindi, that was quite nice through the BI, and HI, again forcing opponent to bingo in row 14, exposing row 15. Anyway, anything here? No. Lintol, just mid-20s for opponent. And then I've got the stream rack, so retains for 78 was best. And then meal for 22, yep, no bingo, comeback. So Jeps for 29, but there was a 32-point play. Adept. Where was that? Ah, nice. Adept. Yes, that. But then it leaves the C on the rack, and then that's a count back of 8 points. That's why I wanted to get rid of both, but at least opponent wouldn't have had it play through the trip. So I gave back some extra points to opponent at the end there. He did have tone and ono anyway, but yeah, I went with Jeps and then tone to go out. So that was the end of the game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.